Alright, so Young Thug has released his album Punk. I thought it was called Pink for the long time, hence the lights. But you know, I can't wait to get into this one. It was a challenge to not listen to it at some point throughout the day, because this is the end of Friday, so it's been out all day, but I had some shit to do. I was like, nah, this deserves a long reaction, you get me? So, when I hear Young Thug is about to drop an album, I just get excited because I'm waiting for the one. Album wise, body of work wise, I'm waiting for the one. That just a masterpiece that we all know Young Thug's been capable of, but through the years he just gets caught up in singles and mixtapes and just putting out too much music as opposed to saving it and kind of putting out a body of work. But he hasn't released nothing solo wise for a while. Then we get this album with this artwork, with these features. It just smells like a classic, it does, I can't lie. And the artwork is crazy if you haven't seen it. Like, it reminds us of Quavo's solo album that came out a few years ago. I forgot what it was called, Huncho maybe. But it kind of reminds us of that, where it's his face made out of all these pictures and sceneries and stuff. Fuck it, man, let's get into this, I'm ill as shit. So if I'm sniffing and whatever and my voice kind of sounds crazy, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. First song is Die Slow featuring or with Strick.
I gotta tell you that you die too.
Turn it up.
We got an Italy on the water. Me and Strick recorded. Told the lawyer that my brother ain't going back to prison. I don't give a fuck if I got to turn a nigga Jehovah's Witness. I'm just seeking for God's soul, cause I know something's missing. Come and they go South Boston, and I came from Penny Pinch. Came out the struggle, nigga.
Yeah. It's different already.
I always knew I wasn't gonna be gay. I had to send a picture to my mom phone when I was like, hey.
Yeah, me too, I guess. What? Aside from that line, well shit, even that line is him being honest, but this is different already from anything we've heard from Thug before, especially for this to be the intro as well. This is really setting the tone for what I hope this album is going to be. Yeah, man, like I said before, the fact that this is the tone that he's decided to go with first on the album says a lot, and it kind of explains like the Mac Miller feature at the end of the album, which when I saw, I can't wait to hear that track. But I'm sure we're gonna get like the typical Young Thug shit, which I'm here for. Obviously, that's how he built his name. But I like that he's going in a more experimental, more personal, more musical direction. The next one is Stressed with J.Cole and T-Shyne. I don't know how J.Cole and T-Shyne even fit on a song, but let's see. The guitar again. Yes.
But I can't help it thinking if I lose the rest. And I can't help it, I don't want stress. Get top, pistol, hope nigga on your damn street. Pussy nigga usually pop a trigger if the ass speed. I ain't saying I'm a rich nigga that's in the shit. One of them. Belly count nigga, I'm admitting it. Give a fuck. Fuck around my bread, bitch, I'ma find out. Catch you, nigga. Couple niggas out there that know what I'm talking about.
I didn't expect Young Thug to be, J.Cole to be the aggressive one on this song.
I can't call my ex cause I feel like we ain't finished yet. I just text her phone and
I haven't heard much from T-Shyne, but I heard him on This That Go shit with Meek Mill earlier this year, and I fucking loved that song, and I loved him on that song in particular. But he sounds different on here. This is like a different vibe I'm getting from him. This is gonna sound crazy, but T-Shyne had the best performance on that song. I can't even lie. Maybe I need a few more listens. I don't know if I really got what I wanted from J. Cole, to be honest. Yeah, and Young Thug's barely on that song. The next song is Stupid / Asking. Side note, why this sound is getting us so excited? Because one of my favourite Young Thug songs ever is a song that I feel like kind of got slept on. It's called Climax with Black on the Run EP, and that had like the acoustic guitar with the vocal sample. I kind of want another song like that from Thug. Yeah.
Spinning all your dividends, you stupid. You must be stupid. You must be stupid. Spending all your dividends.
Spending all your money on a Benz, what you doing?
You must be stupid. Ooh, kicking my people. She pull up and get right to it. She know my intuition.
The production is so different to what I was expecting. I love it.
She like what you doing? You fucking know I knew it, nigga. Why you fuck my friend? Is you stupid? Heard you in and caught the beans. Is you stupid?
I like how he did that. Because I thought the chorus the first time was him talking, but now he's flipped it. This is the girl talking to him. Yeah, I like that one. I like Stupid way more than Asking. I'm not even sure what the point was of them being the same song, because there didn't seem to be much through line between the two songs at all. In Asking, to be honest, you could have just left Asking. It wasn't that good to where we need to find a space on the album for Asking. Like, Stupid was fine by itself, and I like the writing on Stupid. As simple as it is, and as much as it is done by a lot of artists, I like when, if you're gonna use the chorus 3 times, I like when artists use the verses to then frame the chorus in a different way or from a different perspective each time you hear it. That was fire. But Asking, I just didn't need, really. This is Recognize Real with Gunna. The guitar again, you know. Hang on. This sounds amazing. But I don't even think I've heard, like, maybe on Asking, but I kind of blocked it out. I haven't heard like a generic like 808 hi-hat snare pattern. This whole album, it's all been like guitars, and then when you think it's gonna drop, they just add some bass guitar in. I like that he made the conscious decision to go for a more acoustic vibe, because he's like a real vocalist, he is.
But it's alright, I won't be victimized. Judging the police, taking my people's lives. I'm just out and chasing, doing what's best for mine. It's written on your face, think you better than
see? Beat didn't even drop.
I'm keeping it people cause
this sounds amazing right now.
I tore across the map, thank God I made it, baby. I'm killing by my brother, and I know that you see. My new house didn't go with a key. Y'all type it and see.
I love that the beats aren't dropping. Just let it ride.
Got down all the T's. We passed the bitch right when we done. She ain't my wife, how could I see it with my son? Rockin' Rick Owens, got the ones that say cunt. All I do.
Listen, I'm no purchase-of designer goods. But when he says Rockman Rick Owens, the ones that say cunt, like, he said it as if I'm just meant to know what that is. But if he's talking about a t-shirt that just says cunt on it, that's kind of mad. And also, shout out A Online. A Online had the t-shirt with cunt on it that you probably could have got for a tenner. Because I'm sure that Rick Owens one, whatever it is, t-shirt, it's probably some boots, knee-high boots that say cunt on the side. That's kind of fire, actually. But yeah, that's mad.
Homie that I want answers, so we gon' spark it. We taking over like cancer and gonna hardest.
I'm loving like the instrumental direction of this album. This one's called Contagious.
I wish that keeping it real really was contagious.
I like that line. I wish keeping it real was contagious.
I wish that keeping it real really was contagious. Cause I be showing love, always make me face. But that's what's in my heart, I can never change it.
Right.
I just wish that things were reciprocated. My lawyer changed the situation. Told the judge that I was always faking. But I know it's in my heart and I feel it, baby. But that's what's in my heart, I can never change it. I just wish that
love his voice. I just love his voice.
They always told me I'll be going places. Now I'm just surrounded by these different faces. But all of this applause, yeah, it come with hatred. But that's what's in my heart, I can never change it. I just wish that things were
the content as well, he's really talking. Sticking to a song's subject as well, on top of sounding good.
I wish that keeping it real really was contagious.
Oh, that piano is fucking amazing. Wow, love that song. That's probably my favourite song right there. It wasn't guitar, but it still was a low-key, very instrument-driven beat, and the drums weren't like your standard trap drums. And I love what he was talking about. The chorus, obviously I wish Keeping It Real was Contagious. Because I'll be showing love always met with fake shit. Damn. Which is relatable, I'm sure, to a lot of people, including me. This one is called Peepin Out the Window. And it features Future and Bslime. Is Bslime that kid? Is Bslime the little kid? I think so. I don't know. If it is, I don't know how I feel about this. Him being on the song, Future and Young Thug.
All I see is a bunch of ops tryna rise from the dead, wanna smoke me like I'm Indo.
Ah.
All I see is a bunch of broke ass bitches tryna tell
Why is
me
that sound in the background?
Well, listen to me closely, bitch. I got a rollie, it's gold like a trophy. All of my
What more do you want?
most of my dogs bossed up.
The electric guitar in the background.
$1 just to walk out.
Damn.
I hate the police, but I'm big, so they brought cops out. I got a gun, shoot 15 times, but it's fun size. Sign on the dotted line.
Wanna smoke me like I'm Indo.
Love this chorus.
All I see is a bunch of broke ass bitches tryna tell me I ain't poppin', I ain't hot no more. Well, listen to me closely, bitch. I got a rollie, it's gold like a trophy. All of my kids straight, if you truly know me.
What is that in the background?
Young and jumped inside the game, you got some fucking diamonds.
No, it's not that kid I was thinking of.
I'm kicking my ones and two, chilling in the rib shack. Wishing I can bring my dog back from a fucking jailmates.
Peeping out the window. All I see is a bunch of ops tryna rise from the dead, wanna smoke me like I'm Indo. All I see is a bunch of broke ass bitches tryna tell me I ain't poppin', I ain't hot no more. Well, listen to me closely, bitch. I got a rollie, it's gold like a trophy. All ops tryna rise from the dead, wanna smoke me like I'm Indo.
I want Young Thug to sing this chorus once. I hear you, I hear him in the background. Come on, come out. I'm here, waiting.
Most of my dogs bossed up.
He didn't want to come out, it's fine. Ah, that is electric guitar. That's very subtle, but if you listen on good speakers and headphones, it's fucking orgasmic, it is.
Peeping out the window.
See the ops rising from the dead when I look out my window. All this water and some gas, it might turn into emo.
Some very interesting features coming up now. Next song we got Rich Shit featuring Juice WRLD. So this, two very versatile artists, so I don't know what kind of song this is going to be. Judging of what we've heard so far on that album, I would like to hear some emotional melodic shit, but you never know, it could be, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
1996 chicken rock like a Mexican.
What?
I keep hard on my belly. I just spent your salary. Walked inside of the exhibit, bought the gallery. Also with the yacht, I bought out all my cavities. Having sex with your old lady, I lost calories. Rich sucking 2 pigs, loud now block with Blu-ray. Extended clip, we movie came. Your boyfriend like she came. Went and took her anyway. Now you want this girl back. Fuck you, have a nice day. Burberry on my coat.
It's nice to hear him. I like Juice WRLD's verse, but I don't like the song.
I'm so sorry. 1996 being Tyler Perry. 1990.
I don't like that song at all. Juice WRLD's verse. How I feel about this, I mean, I don't like the song, but how I feel about it on a deep one is going to depend on how the rest of the album sounds. But this is such a departure from what we've heard so far. It's hard not to think like this is just like a money play, like they needed Juice WRLD on the album, so they just found a random Juice WRLD verse and kind of recorded a song around it. But listen, it's a fucking pet peeve of mine, especially in a chorus, which might be the catchy part of the song. If you're just not rhyming or trying to rhyme shit that doesn't rhyme, it just sounds awkward. I don't like it. Listen, if there's a full version of this with just Juice WRLD on somewhere, send us it because I want to hear it. But yeah, nah. Next song I'm very interested to hear. This is Livin' It Up with Post Malone and A$AP Rocky. Young Thug, A$AP Rocky, Post Malone. I'm fucking excited to hear this, you know. See? So that Juice WRLD shit. Cause we're back to the old sound now.
We got 45 bitches just living it up.
This is a hit.
Too damn long without a sip of my cup. They ain't showing up. Rocky came with the shot, stuck, came with the blunts. Saying one's too many, 100 is
And that means they knew that they were recording the song together, which is always a good sign.
Now you see we going dumb, dumb, dumb. Now you see we going dumb, dumb, dumb.
Okay, what you want? LA.
Yeah.
Got hands on the way. Put stones in your face.
Yeah.
Ocean Lake. Split me 4 ways. Rapper, Vietnam, Central Pay. Why is it so hard for me to cry when you rich? I put the sideline in front cause I can't argue about shit.
By 12, no, they ain't showing up. Rocky came with
This
the
could be
shot,
like
stuck,
a
came with
top
the
40
blunts.
hit, you
One's
know.
too many, 100
It probably will be.
Yeah, 100 just isn't
Rocky, come on.
I'm on my own. Get high with me with levitate. Get high with me for Friday.
This is A$AP Rocky.
Oh, smile, let me spot away. I'm so lit, it can start the campfire. Shorty, when your man, let me stand by it. Well,
Is this Rocky?
Seen a fresh attire.
Yeah.
Spin out in my fresh tie.
I'ma run back Rocky's verse because I spent half of it trying to work out whether that was Young Thug or not.
Rocky came with the shot, stuck, came with the blunts.
Let's go.
I'm so lit, it can start the campfire. Shorty, when your man, let me stand by it. Well, Mr. Esquire, seen a fresh attire. Do a spin out in my fresh tire.
It's almost like it's a bit too easy going, too generic, but it probably will give Thug like a top 40 hit of his own, which I'm not sure if he's actually had. Like, I don't know, he was on obviously Havana, but that if worked correctly, that'll be like a big pop song this year going into next year. But I don't know if I like it personally, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely better than the Juice WRLD shit. This one's called Yeah Yeah Yeah. More guitar, which is just making us more annoyed about that Juice WRLD song. Cause what was the point?
From the other world to the other world to the other world lonely. See, read up, gotta be up. Follow we up, black feet up. Send the weed up, with a fever. Can't ease up, but I see us. My virginity into Amanda. I'll be fucking yellow.
Shout out Amanda.
Bunch of old ass bitches tryna fuck us. They'll be fucking on my grandson. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What? Listen. There's been a few questionable lines throughout this album, but I haven't really touched on them because it's Young Thug, so it's expected. But this is mad. Bunch of old ass bitches trying to fuck us, implying like him and the team. They'll be fucking my grandson. Which at first I was like, yeah, but then I thought about it. I was like, wait, nah, because he don't have grandchildren yet. He's not gonna have grandchildren for another 10-20 years. Which means the old ass bitches are just gonna be even older. And then hopefully you're gonna have to wait for your kids for the grandkids to grow up of like a somewhat legal age. And then they'll probably be dead. You gotta be careful because Young Thug says shit in a way where you just go along with it. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you think about it, it's like, nah, what the fuck are you talking about? The next one's Insure My Wrist with Gunna.
$500,000 got insurance on my watch. $500,000 now I got me some insurance on my wrist. I told her, Mom, be careful, bitch, this all on my expense. I told her, why
It's smart, man. Why wouldn't you insure your watch? That is a lot. Yo, I have to touch on this, man. Because this is like the second or third time he's mentioned something like this on this album. He's saying in this song, these pussies riding waves, so why they motherfucking spending? And then in Stupid, he was like, you're buying a Benz, you're spending all this money. Are you stupid? Like, he seems to be from like an older statesman perspective, looking at all these rappers coming into the game. And he knows, because he's been about and he's seen it before, you ain't lasting a year So why are you spending all your money? And I think that's important for a rapper like Young Thug to say that, because Young Thug is known to flex, but I guess he's saying he's earned the right to flex and he has money tucked and he takes care of his people. But if you've just got in the game, one song, you get one advance from your label and you're buying a Benz and you're getting all these watches, like what the fuck are you doing? Because that money is not going to be, you're not going to get that, you're not going to see that back.
Hop on the truck and trip inside my watch. That bitch was feeling.
I don't know why it's funny. Because this is a whole song about getting insurance on your watch. And Gunna opens his face like, I put a tracking chip inside my watch. I don't know why it's funny, but seeing like, hearing rappers that are known for like, just being flashy to the next degree and flexing all these watches and cars and money and stuff to just make a song about doing the smart shit that everyone should do. I don't know why it's funny, but it just is. I like that song. I like that song. It's good. It's someone who's listened to young, like, if you're my age, like you were born in like the early 2000s, then like Young Thug is just one of them artists that are just they so represent like my generation of like music listeners and rap listeners. And since he came out with like Lifestyle in 2014, like I was 14 years old, so I've been like listening to his music and a fan of his ever since he came out. So it's nice to kind of see a little evolution in him talking about, you know, being smarter with his money while still flexing at the same time. Tightrope to walk, but he walks it with fucking finesse. Next song is called Scoliosis with Lil Double O. Not D-double-E, Lil Double O. I don't know who Lil Double O is. I'm guessing he's on YSL. He's probably like Young Thug's 7th cousin. But he probably fire, because the rest of them are.
I promise I come for the smoking, young double with me and the guys are smoking. I fuck on that bitch, get emotion. No 27 carry my shit out the ocean. I put a Drake on the charger. You got that bitch like a Dodger. Racks longer than Martin.
This sound like he recorded it
I get lettuce, that's cash.
on his bedroom floor. He's gassing up this Double O guy. I can't wait to hear him.
I run chase money, got more money than my heart. Where the fuck I'm D no talking, just pull up with choppers and then my twin, we go.
I want to know how Lil Double O recorded his verse, but I couldn't understand what he was saying because he was, I don't know if that's my speakers, but it sounded like he was saying 2 sentences at once for his whole verse. This is Bubbly with Drake and Travis Scott, so big expectations. What? Yes. Hey. That siren in the beat.
Stay in your feelings, you never my boy. I can't come to the hood, I pull a decoy. Another right on jets, ass niggas try to fuck up my pay. Next door, Aurora's calling me Riley's. I put baguettes in my wrist, and my neck and my ears and my motherfucking chains. This drip out the trenches, I know you gon' dig it. I go through these motherfucking planes. I cut up my rib in that body and lace, and I love you, little Spider and Jackie. I know you got taste if you love you, so take shots with me. If I love you, I drop you a bitch to a time and a place. YSL put a nigga 6 feet. I ain't begging when I tell a bitch please. Me and Lil Thug on fleek. Got a little hoe on me. Ay, what? Fuck on beat. Over your like not cheat. On me on boy 2T. Why I just hit my account? Never seen that amount. Oh God, I'm geek. Been on the charts for 500 weeks. So somebody love when I speak. Doing this shit just to show we get down in the 6, man. It's bigger than me.
This guy is different. Nah. How does he do it? Every time. It's outrageous. This guy, I don't know what it is. Takes over every single time. Beat switches, the tone of voice. Somehow, some fucking new flow. I'm begging when I tell a bitch, please. YSL put a nigga 6 feet. I ain't begging when I tell a bitch, please. Shit, my account, never seen that amount. Oh God, I'm geek. Been on the charts for 500 weeks, so somebody love when I speak. Doing this shit just to show we get down in the 6, man. It's bigger than me. He's like, I've been on the chart for 500 weeks. So someone likes when I speak. Someone likes what I'm doing. I'm seeing a lot of hate, but shit. I've been off the charts in 500 weeks, you know.
But I get her, she won't catch me.
Slip it.
25 on the dashboard, riding a Porsche like a time Ford, rocking a bed in the headboard. What?
That's crazy. I love that whole song because the beat and the way Young Thug and Trav were flowing. I like compared to the Post Malone and A$AP Rocky song where it felt like they were forcing to like make a hit. This is a song where you just put three of the hottest artists on a beat and they just go off, no chorus, just talk shit. And this will probably end up being a bigger song than the Post Malone song because that's just the times we're in right now. Next song is Road Rage.
Just got you through the street and trying not to fall. She pray to God that I make it home before tomorrow morning. Get us inside the club, somebody tell it all. It's for my money, my house, and all my kids as well. I'm road raging to them ends. Yeah, I'm road raging to them ends.
That's me.
And I wish that I found.
I like this song too. Next song is Faces. I like that this album has a sound. It makes more of a body of work. Rappers have to stop saying that. Racist. I only got blue faces or whatever. Like certain bars like were fire like when the first person said it. But there's no excuse for every rapper to say the same bar. It's ridiculous.
Ain't no more reminiscing, ain't no more judging, no intuition. Stay behind me, I'm in my zone. She like how the fuck you ain't never wrote a song. Same reason your fine ass ain't never walked on.
I've heard this song.
I just rather told my daughter keep one in her head, she ain't got a kite. I told my son if he wants
that's my thing, tell your daughter.
I told my son he a cheerleader, but he might gotta catch you body. His driver named Joe, but he still can't do it sloppy. I just popped up like that.
I really liked that song, you know. It just felt like I liked the melodic backdrop and it was just him talking. Like it was like a stream of consciousness type song in the verses, and actually I was interested in what he was saying. You probably saw I wasn't really reacting to much. I just got Genius up and I was just following what he was saying. I like it, man. Listen, aside from like the Juice WRLD song and maybe like one other that I can't think of right now, there hasn't been like any songs I would skip. As we get into the later stages of the album, there are songs, however, which I would say like aren't really needed because they just kind of sound like other songs on the album. But that's not even to say they're bad songs. That's just the problem when you're doing a 20-song album.